dropped in. On top, slide with us, Walt and Dave get locked in. Let's go.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dave and Walt. It's Hot Talk. What's up, Walt?
How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. You know, that doggone producer Pete. If you don't every once in a while mess with me, I felt like I was on DMV. You know, and you're on hold,
Yeah.
and then you get disconnected and don't know it, and I'm sitting there waiting for the intro.
Ready to come in.
Did I get disconnected or is it coming? How you doing, bud?
Doing good. Can't complain. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. So hey, let's jump into this because we've got well, we know what we say this every doggone week. We have a special guest, but this one's really cool because I've had a bunch of my old buddies on. We've only had a handful of your teammates on, but this guy, you came in your rookie year. He was going out, so he spent 2 years and gave you wisdom. Top 50 Seahawk of all time. And of course, we're going to talk about some of the cool stuff he's doing. Let's bring Marcus in. He's doing his hair, I think. But let's bring Marcus Troop on in. Yeah.
What's up, gentlemen?
How you doing?
Doing good. As you see, yeah, I am getting my hair done, man. I got to get right. I got to do it right. If I'm going to do it, man, I got to do it the right way. So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you know what? I used to have hair to be done, but, and actually it was probably about as long as yours for a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay.
That's right. So when you're 6'7", 365, everyone thought I was a wrestler. They call me Triple H, but
I like it. I like it.
Right. And I never know what Walt's going to walk in with. Sometimes he's got
I got them done a little bit. I mean, little braided up a little bit.
Yeah, and sometimes you can't put that hat on because it's like, so
I was expecting the afro, Walt, man, and the part, on the side. I like that one. That one. Yeah.
I can't wear hats because the hair is always out. So I gotta go braids, twist, and then I can wear the hat. So I'm in the hat right now. So
okay, I like it. You could change it up though. Yeah,
change it up a little bit.
I'm the same way, man. I go from braids. I'm trying dreads now. I'm trying to make it happen, but yeah, man, I've done it all. Mohawk to the waves to everything. So I like to mix it up a little bit.
All right, so I got to do a little housekeeping, and that's this, Marcus. Back when you were playing, my daughter had a mad crush on you.
Oh man, you go
Marcus Trufant. Oh my gosh, Daddy, do you know him? I'm like, nope. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I guess for all clarity, and I don't know your daughter either. So hey, you're right.
Well aware. So that was 2010. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. No, you didn't want to know her. But she's 30 now, so it's okay.
Okay. Yep.
No,
yep.
I told her.
I got her.
Yeah. I go. Hey, your name's Kayla. I go, Kayla. You never guess who's gonna be on this show. I mean, we've been doing this now. What? Well, 3 years. We've done a lot.
Oh wow. Nice. All right.
But when I told her you were coming on the show, it's the first time she got excited. She didn't get excited about Steve Largent. She didn't get excited about, like, all right, Marcus.
I'll take it. I will take it. Yes, I'll take it. I tell her I appreciate it. Yes.
For sure. So this is a show where I'm going to shut up because I talk too much anyways. But when you have a guest like yourself that was there for a couple of years and leaving as Walt's coming in, you got to see the transition of this team to a whole new dynamic, a whole new deal. You were there for that right as the Legion of Boom started to develop and that whole defense, of course, with the Pete Carroll era. I would love to hear the two of you talk about that. And of course, then we got to talk about how good we look, other than the doggone Niners, how good we look. And let's talk about this upcoming Cardinals game. And of course, your events and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to let you guys take the floor on this.
I mean, really, we got to start from the beginning. I would like, what was your experience coming from, Washington State, All-American, being drafted first round? Like, what was that experience coming to Seattle? I mean, you pretty much stayed home, right? I mean, not a lot of players get that opportunity to play for their, surrounding city and state, within that capacity from, you go coming from Tacoma to Washington State and then being drafted by Seattle. What was that experience like?
It was crazy, man. And, to this day, I still get a lot of love around here, man. And like, it's crazy. I go do these different events. I go do it could be like a nonprofit event or something like that. People are still kind of confused if I'm still playing, if I'm retired, or but I'm like, man, I've been retired for a long time. But to take it all the way back to the beginning, man, to play high school ball here, and then to play college ball here, and then to get drafted to the home team has just been like a storybook type of thing, right? To do everything at home and to do it in front, of course, of moms and pops and my brothers and all my family, and then all the people I grew up with, all the people I went to church with, all the people I went to school with. So I spent a lot of money on tickets. I got a lot of calls about tickets, people trying to come to the games and stuff like that. But it was all out of love, man. People just wanted to love and support me. And it was just really cool all the way around, man. And I was spoiled, man. I was spoiled. Um, and it's really just been an all around cool thing, right? And I talked about the nonprofit piece and just being ingrained in the community, and you get that support from the 12s, man. It's nothing like it. So it's been dope. It's been dope all the way around.
Did you find any pressure from being drafted by the Seahawks compared to, like, you can go all the way out to Pullman, you're across the country, across the state there, you kind of have some distance, you kind of like, you're still in the state, but you're still away from family, Did you find like
Right.
a little bit added pressure of being so close to home?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I tried to play it off, of course. I tried to act like I didn't feel it, but and there's pressure there, and not for me, right? And my parents was coming to every game. My grandfather would come to every game, and he had his push scooter and stuff like that, and was taking all the cookies out the suite, man, wrapping them up in a napkin and taking them. But like the pressure just wasn't on me. Everybody was watching, right? Everybody's watching, and people knew the connections, right? It just being from Tacoma, there's all types of connections. People know everybody. Everybody like so I got a lot of new cousins, and I got a lot of new people coming out the woodwork and stuff like that. But that's just how it is around here. And it was cool. And I would say that the good definitely outweighed the bad. But of course, there's pressure, man. There was 23 jerseys all over the place at the time, man. So it was just a good feeling all the way around. Like I said, man, it was nothing like it.
I do have a quick question, Walt. So the fact that you grew up there, Tacoma, played there at Pullman, and then stayed there for your professional career, I would say that's almost like a dream come true, because you didn't go then off to freaking Cleveland,
Right.
or Cincinnati, or someplace where you didn't know anybody. To your point, you had all of that love and support no matter what was going on. And there's a lot of pressure being a first round draft pick in your hometown, all those pressures, but then there's also that love and that relief, right? That comfort. That had
Absolutely.
to be actually kind of a nice feeling, a little bit, to be where you're
It
at.
was, man. But I say the funny thing was being from Tacoma and then to come up to Seattle, I really didn't know much about Seattle because being, I guess, a small time dude down south a little bit from Seattle, I came to Seattle and everybody on the team was acting like I was supposed to know everywhere to go and things to do. I was like, hey, man, I'm from Washington, but I'm not from the area. So I'm out there lost, just like everybody else, man. I'm out there going the wrong way on the one-way streets in downtown Seattle, all this kind of stuff, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. But the overall thing and the love and the support and just how it played out, man, and how the city embraced me, man, it's still going on to this day. So I say I talk about the cliche stuff like the Seahawks have the best fans on the planet. To me, it's very true, and it's near and dear to my heart because the fans have really taken care of me.
Yeah. Well, what was that experience with having a Hall of Fame type coach with Mike Holmgren and then going into the Super Bowl in 05 there?
Yeah, man, that was crazy. A lot of people.
That was your third year?
That was my 2005. Yep, I was drafted 2003. Yeah, yep. I thought it was gonna be like that every year after that, man. I was like, yeah, it's going down. This is what we doing. I was a young player, man, and it was just a great feeling. And the city was on fire, man. And at that time, that was a little bit before the I guess the boom of social media, so it wasn't as crazy as like the Pete Carroll era, but for this community and man, for this city, it was big time, man. And to clinch the Super Bowl game at home, dope, man. It was super dope, man. Just the confetti and being on the stage and Mike Holmgren and all that kind of stuff. And Mike Holmgren, a lot of us players, we call him the Big Show, right?
Yeah.
Because he was this big dude, and when he got mad, he could get a little aggressive, right? But Mike Holmgren was more of like the father figure type of coach. You know, a lot of these coaches like Pete and those guys are kind of like the cool coach. I'm gonna play the music, I'm gonna do all this kind of stuff. But Mike Holmgren was like old school, but he loved his guys. He definitely loved his guys, um and he took care of us and he stood up for us. But just a different type of feel. Like you had to show him that respect because that's how it kind of went about things. He was old school, and it wasn't so much of a yes sir, no sir, but it, just the old school way of doing stuff. It was good though, man. I really enjoyed it, and I still love Coach Hunger to this day, man. I know he has a bunch of daughters, so we laugh and joke about that sometimes because I got four daughters myself and a
Yeah.
son. But I know Coach Herman, I believe he might have 3 or 4 daughters. But
I'm in the same boat. I got 4 daughters too.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, man, all around a lot of great games with Coach Holmgren, man, and I had a lot of fun too at the same time.
So Marcus, how old are your daughters?
My oldest daughter is 19, 19, 16, 15, 12, and my son is 10.
Okay, well, I'm looking real close. I don't see any gray hair. I don't see any wrinkles, no stress lines.
I hide
Come
it
on.
well. I hide it well. And if you see I'm getting my hair done, and you missed the first part is when I got my hair dyed. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So how was you got to see experience Holmgren goes on, leaves Seattle there. You have more, and then Pete comes in there. Like, what was that transition like coming in, towards the end of your career or the back end of your career there, with the new coaching staff, new type of defense, even a new technique. Because I mean, you were especially off coverage. I mean, you had some of the best off technique there. What was that kind of experience like? That transition, changed your style of play, so to speak.
It was different, man. And actually, to be honest, it was pretty difficult for me, man. I played through it, and the coach at that time when Pete was there was Chris Richard, right?
Yeah.
And I played with Chris. Chris is a year older than me, right? I came in and Chris was already there, but Chris is a football guy, so he understood and he gave me space to play the way that I've always played, right? He would coach you guys a way, but I was able to kind of go off and do my own thing because it was the thing that got me to be the player that I am, or just the player I was for so long, right? So a lot of the step kick, of course, type of technique was kind of built for you guys that was long arms, and you guys is kind of like small forwards out there, and I was kind of like the little point guard, that type of corner, smaller, more quick, and different stuff like that. So I played a little bit different, and then towards the tail end of my career, I moved to the inside too. I played a little bit of nickel, and I had never done that, so that was a hard transition for me as well. But I made the best of it, man. I made the best of it. So I think I spent a couple years with Pete there, probably 2 years. And I tell people all the time, I feel like I stole a couple years because the way my contract was set up, they couldn't technically get rid of me, right? So I say it really worked out, man. But to be able to spend time with Pete, um, and Coach Moore, I had a really good time with Coach Moore. I know a lot of people like to forget about that season, but when Coach Moore was the DB coach with Coach Holmgren, that's when I went to my first Pro Bowl, right? So I had a really good, great relationship with Coach Moore. He was crazy doing the workouts and stuff. We used to go hiking over there off of I-90. I think it was the Cable Line trail, and he used to smoke us. I think he might have did it 2 or 3 times a week, but I know we went there during the off season, like me, Babs, I think it was Deion Grant, and Brian Russell. But just doing stuff like that, it- doing stuff like that with the coach just made it a whole different type of feeling on the field. And I know it didn't transition to that season, but a lot of us players became very
Close to
close
that.
after that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, taking us young bucks in, our rookie year and being able to learn, what it meant to be a professional.
Yeah.
I think a lot of young players kind of, doesn't get spoke on a lot as far as like the mentors in that locker room, and with you, Kelly Jennings, Babs, obviously lawyer, kind of like the grandpa of the group there, like
Right.
but
Law dog.
well,
Yeah.
like
Law dog didn't play no games, bro.
yeah, and I think we had a very unique rookie experience because I mean Pete wasn't really on like the rookie hazing type of situation because I think he knew
Right.
like there's gonna be a lot of young players playing for him. But you guys just being able to just take us into the wing, show us the ropes on like, hey, this is what Seattle is. This is what how the city's gonna treat you guys. This is what's gonna be, how to be professional, the work day in and day out. I just gotta say, much respect to through that course of help guiding me as a young professional, going through the course there for sure.
I appreciate that, Walt. I appreciate that. And uh, Coach Holmgren pretty much said the same thing as far as the hazing. He was like, I don't want any hazing. This was my rookie year, right?
Mm.
So I think the I think the vets were a little kind of upset about that because we had some older guys in the locker room. We had Chris Gray, guys like Max Strong, and those
Yeah,
type of guys, and they would. I think they would get after the rookies a little bit, and they just had some fun with it. But
yeah,
Coach Holmgren was not playing that game my rookie year, so
yep.
yep, I get it. I get what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
So it was funny. So I played for Chuck Knox. So he talked about
Okay.
he talked about no BS and no stuff. Now, some of the rookies coming in, if they had a little bit of attitude, they were getting hazed and they were up there singing.
Right.
But I was bigger than all the veterans, and so I didn't sing.
Okay, that makes sense. I see how that math works. Yeah.
So what was that? You spent the majority of the career in Seattle. What was that? I know Gus was the head coach in Jacksonville.
Gus
Right.
was the head coach in Jacksonville. Yeah.
What was that experience? Now you're going all the way across the country for the first time as a professional. Different transition. What was that experience like?
That experience was an experience in itself. I never, what would I could I say? it- that Seattle never looked so good, right? And you go
Yeah.
to Jacksonville and the facilities, and this is the old facilities, right?
Mhm.
And I think they might have been in transition, and like, so you felt like you were kind of in the dungeon, right?
Mhm.
There's no windows. We got these meetings way down deep, and like I guess in the basement is what it felt like. And I would say even down to the food, right? And that they take care of us at the Seahawk facility, man. It's lunch,
Yeah.
breakfast, dinner, and all this kind of stuff. And it's A1 stuff. It was just different, man. And like I said early on, I was spoiled, man. We right by the water. We got all this new stuff at the new facility. And um the old facility up in Kirkland was a lot smaller and stuff, but that place was pretty nice too, man. But it just comparing to the new spot, man, there was no comparison to Jacksonville. It was hot, humid, man. We got dark jerseys on every day in defense, man. I'm the old man out there. And I thought I was good, man. Going in, I wasn't expecting like to play a bunch, but I thought I was gonna come in kind of like a player coach kind of role, right?
Yeah.
And kind of show the young guys the ropes and all that kind of stuff. Gus was gonna bring me in. Yeah, man, true man.
Yeah.
Let's go. But it didn't work out like that, man. I was too old, too slow, I guess. And at the time, my wife was pregnant with our fourth child, our fourth daughter. So the timing was perfect, man. They came out to training camp, and this is my family. My wife and my three kids, they came and they stayed with me in my apartment for about a week, man. So the family was there, man. I was loving the family. And then after that, we flew home and I missed a call, right? I missed a call and it was a Jacksonville number, right? So I kind of figured that the writing was on the wall. So I tell people all the time that I got fired on my day off, man. I landed and I didn't hear nothing from nobody for a long time, right? I don't know how long the break was, but I think the break, it could have been like a week or so or something like that. I didn't hear from nobody for like a couple days. And I finally get a call and they're like, yeah, man, it really didn't work out. And so I was like, okay,
This
I'm
was like after
home.
like OTAs and mini camps, or this was
I
like
think so. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I can't really remember, but it was right like I didn't get all the way like to the final cuts and all that. So yeah,
Okay,
I was
yeah.
a little upset, man, but I kind of knew deep down. Of course, it was time, but as you know, if they would have let me play, man, I would have rode that thing to the wheels fall off.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think it's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I retired when I did. I got 10 years in, so that's um, much more than the average. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt like I did my thing, man, and they gave me a chance out there at least. Yeah, so I can't be mad at it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and you have a lot of accomplishments. I mean, the multiple Pro Bowls and the All Pros and the 50-year all time Seahawk. So when you look back at the careers, not that shoulda, woulda, coulda, I should have done 2 more years, so I could have done
Right.
whatever. You know what I mean? You did it. And so
Appreciate that.
everything that we're learning now about our mental health and all the different
Right.
things that that our body went through that we just didn't even consider even 10 years ago. Certainly not 30 years ago when I played. We didn't. We just kept wanting to play. So
Right.
now it's
Yeah.
like, and you had a just a one of the best careers you could have had, and then there's no regrets. So it probably was best.
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yep. And I get my fixes now, but I'm like, I mean, as far as watching the game, I do watch the game, but I've never been one of those guys where I'm going to sit down all day, right, and just watch football, man. I love to be involved with my family. My kids do activities. I got young kids still running around. So I'm more of like, if you know, I like to talk ball and even like doing the commentating type stuff. I'm not like a stat guy or like an analytics type of guy either. So I like to talk ball and just have fun with it. So of course, doing shows and stuff like this is what I like to do.
Well, let's talk some ball. Let's talk some Seahawks defense. We got two transition to Legion of Boom, Legion of Boom. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you. When did that actually start? Walt, do you know what year that term came out?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like 2013. I don't know.
Okay. Well, so Marcus set the stage.
They set the foundation for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I say I'm the cool uncle, I guess, to the Legion of Boom, right?
You're muted, Dave. Nope,
Yeah.
lost him. Yep. Can you hear us, Dave?
Yeah.
You're muted. Yep.
Oh no, somebody's trying to call me.
There you go.
Everyone knows I do this show. Anyway,
Mhm.
what I was
You
saying.
popular, bro.
What I was saying was, I wish that was true. What I was saying was our defensive backfield today. What are your thoughts? We talk about it with Walt, and we had Earl on, and what are your thoughts on how we look defensively with the youth and all that stuff, kind of like what Walter went through in that transition.
I love the defense, man. I think the defense, I think they're working well together as far as the pass rush um, and the coverage there. So I really like Spoon. I really like Weatherspoon. I like Love back there at safety. I really like Kobe back there at safety too. I think he found a spot for himself. I know they had him at corner, I believe his rookie year, but I think he really looks good at safety. He's very aggressive, and I like that about him. But he's a smart player, so I think everything is looking really well, man. Of course, I like Tariq there, like taller and kind of that Seattle style of corner, man, that they're really looking for. And I think they got ballers all the way around. So I think they're kind of setting themselves up to be that type of defense. That's kind of like the Legion of Boom, right? And I know that the Legion of Boom benefited a lot from the pass rush. So that's where it really starts, man. Really starts with the guys up front. And if they can keep doing what they doing up front, and if they can get better and they could create havoc and they could stop the run and you force teams to pass, and that's where you can have a field day on the back end.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, yeah, I think you guys can't cover all day if you don't have that
Yeah,
guy
nah.
out there. I mean,
Everybody's too good for that. So yeah.
Well,
Yep.
especially the quarterbacks today, where they can create plays with their feet. You know, back in the day, the pocket guys would sit there, the pocket collapsed. Well, you know, then
Yeah. It's
tuck the ball
over.
or something.
Right.
But now these cats are making plays, you know, 8 seconds later because the guys up front can't catch them. And then if you're not sticking with your dude, those receivers are finding a spot.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
They just keep running. Yeah. I would imagine it'd be a lot more difficult today with the athleticism of the quarterbacks today.
I would agree. And I think another thing, with the rules and stuff, I think that the game is built for offense. And I know we all know that. That's why fans come to the games, is to see touchdowns and stuff like that. But people still like the big hits. I know they're taking a piece of that out, of course, for health reasons. But it's tough to be a DB in the league now.
Yeah.
It's really tough to be a DB in the league. And I think you just got to take the good with the bad. But I always say that the best pass coverage is a sack. So I'll keep
Right.
going back to the defense, right? Or I'll keep going back to the guys up front, and that's where it starts and ends, I think, to have a good defense.
Well, you brought up the word offense, and doggone it, if we haven't had back-to-back actually offensive scoring games, which I haven't seen in the past couple of years. What did we put up against the Steelers?
Man.
It was over. It was like 38, or it was like, it was high 30s, right?
Yeah. But they doing numbers, yeah.
31, yeah. Put up 31 again on the Steelers.
And then
they score points now.
Yeah, and the Saints, man, we just, I think they make everyone look. Actually, the Cardinals and the Niners have struggled against them. So for what we did to them, I think, man, that speaks a lot to the new offensive coordinator and what we're doing on offense.
Right. Yep. And I've heard people say this term, staying on schedule. I mean, as far as the offense, right? I mean, and doing things and being in rhythm. And we don't have a running quarterback now. So to see him back there, man, and to see the ball coming out quick and doing things, and he makes plays when he needs to, right? Just as far as when he needs to improvise and do stuff like that. But he stays on schedule, man. He gets the ball out, and it definitely makes those quick decisions, man. And I think it's magic to watch. It's a good look.
Yeah, good little balance on being able to rush the ball. And then, I mean, in Jigma, he's been, almost had another 100-yard game, 4-yard shot. And Troy Horty, I mean, he kind of had himself a day too with a punt return and a little touchdown.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was dope. So if they put a stat up, they said it was Joey Galloway and it was Bobby Ingram. I played with B Easy, and then it was him. I mean, as far as a punt return and a touchdown in one game. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So were you ever back there catching punts?
I was catching punts in practice as the number 2 or 3 guy, but I think I might have caught a couple in the game. But hey, man, waved the hand, did the fair catch thing. Yeah, there wasn't no problem.
As soon as Walt said he was back there catching punts, much respect.
Walt, yeah. They used to get shifty back there, Walt, a little bit.
With the Donjoy.
Yeah.
Catching punts is a lot different than catching kickouts. You're just sitting there like this, looking at a ball floating in the air, and guys just whizzing by you.
Well, because outside of like the gunners, which you have to have a lot of trust in your corners out there to make sure that those guys aren't just scud missiles to hit you. Everyone else interior, they have to break down though.
Right.
Running and flying. And then you have the fair catch. I mean, some guys still get blown up off the fair catch. That's kind of a safety net, but kickoff return, I mean, those guys are flying. A lot of those guys are just all gas and no break. They're not breaking down. They shouldn't break down. They should just come down and just take a shot.
Right. I think you got to be wired a little bit different to do the punt return.
Punt return.
Yeah. I
guess
think you're
I guess
just a little bit
missed my-
different, right?
I
Yeah,
guess
a
I
little
just
different
convinced myself
mentality.
that I had a fair catch as a safety net, and
Right.
I was
So-
wrong. I guess.
So I'll tell you, Marcus. When being a rookie, it's always the straight line to try and make the team is through special teams. If you're like a borderline guy, and I will tell you this, I was not going to make the team on special teams. As a matter of fact, they're like, DeRocher, you're a lot faster than that. I said, not today, because that was back in the day with wedge
At
and wedge
6'7".
busters.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not, locking arms, like 3 big guys locking arms. I don't want nothing to do with that.
You're on the wedge.
Yeah, and the wedge buster, that
Oh.
was like a suicide mission, right?
Yeah.
Kamikaze.
Right. And my middle brother did that at 5'7", 165, and he played with the Jets, man, was like quick as a cat, and he didn't
Yeah.
used to bust the wedge, of course. He
Yeah.
yeah.
Try to split them.
Split them and
Distracted.
get skinny, man, and do all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, he got a lot of injuries and stuff, though. A lot of injuries doing that special team stuff, man. You got to be wired different to do special teams too.
Yeah. That's the hardest aspect of the game.
Facts. Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, so we had an easy game against the Saints, but I think we have one of our bigger challenges with the Cardinals coming up. What are you guys thinking about this upcoming game? Shoot, in 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, I actually got to watch some of that Niner Arizona game, and I mean, it was a low scoring game until the fourth quarter tried to pop up there. I mean, they played tough defense. I mean, I think it's one of those games where we got to stop the run. I know they had a couple injuries on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
On the running back this year, but I think if we stop the run, lean into the pass. I mean, I think I love our secondary. We can match up with any receiver core in the league there, and I think the pass rush is coming to full force too.
Yep. I think it comes down to taking care of the ball, right? I think we're evenly matched, and to go back to what I said earlier, we got to stay on schedule, not turn the ball over, and we got to run the ball. I think, I think we go out there and do the basics, and then on defense, if we can stop the run and then potentially force them into a position where they have to pass, I think that's where we get our pass rushers going, and we might be able to get some turnovers there. So I think it's going to be a close game, but I think we'll come out on top. But that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I will say I was glad to see the Niners win, because the Niners are like a triage room. I think they're in for a long season. I don't see them doing well over the long haul, but I see the Cardinals being one of those teams. They always seem to do it. They kind of struggle, and then all of a sudden they kind of catch a stride a little bit, right? So I think aside from the Rams, they're our next strongest divisional opponent. So I was glad to see the Niners get one on them. They put a loss up against them and tie us up a little bit. But to all your guys' points, I look forward to the same things. I think we're a better team. And so, but we just have to keep believing it and prove it. And I think this is going to be a good challenge for us on the road.
Right. How did Murray do? The QB over there. I didn't see him over there. How did he look?
Last week's game?
Huh?
Sunday's game?
Yeah.
I think
game.
looked solid. I mean, receivers dropped a couple passes for him.
Okay.
So I mean, they could have had a better outing, better day. But
right.
I mean, he's gonna be shifty back there. I mean, you got to keep him contained and keep in the pocket. You can't let him break the pocket, because that's when he's gonna make a lot of those plays. But I mean, he looks solid though. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, he looks solid.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. That could be important, or right? Yeah, and you're back there with good coverage, solid rush, and then you got him it kind of darting all over the place and making plays happen, and trying to extend those plays, man. That could wear down the defense a little bit. So.
Yeah.
But
I know they've been working on that all week, probably. So yeah.
Of course, and we have a nice rotation of our edge rushers. With Chenna being back, Chenna with Mafe and I keep forgetting the old guy we brought in.
Dude from the Cowboys, right?
Yeah. I keep saying old guy, but I know he ain't. But old in football terms. But anyway, so we have a really nice rotation on our edge, and we're really good in the middle. So yeah, I think we match up really well with them. But since we're talking about next week's game, Marcus, we have one of the best odds makers in the country join us every single week and talk about the point spread, the plus minuses, and he is the prop guru. He's got prop bets on everything. As a matter of fact, Marcus, I don't know if you bet at all, but when he first came on the show, I get this cat sending me these prop bets on the Marvel movie. Like, I don't know if you know the Marvel movies, like who's going to die first and this kind of thing. And so I thought
Are
it
you
was a joke.
serious?
I thought, yeah. So I thought it was
Are
a
they
joke.
really betting on that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke, and I blocked him. But it was
Okay.
Rafael.
That's hilarious.
Hey,
That's
Rafael, Pete, bring Rafael in so we can talk about the odds this week. Now, uh-oh, how's our audio? Pete, how we doing? Can you hear it? We hear you?
Nope.
Rafael? And he's out. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. We'll get it figured out.
yeah.
Yeah. So Rafael does a ton of shows. I know him. He looks old, but he does a lot of different shows. He actually does probably about 5 shows a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so he's all over the place. He's actually in New Orleans and Vegas splits time. Can we hear you, Rafael? Or are you shaking your head because I'm saying bad things about you?
A little bit of both, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, it's
Okay.
muted.
Hey, you're muted now. I see it on the screen.
Oh, he popped out.
So,
Yeah.
so
But you're serious about the Marvel movie
Yeah.
bet, though.
Yeah.
Now that's interesting. I think that's pretty cool, actually, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
how does that come out, though, right? Because people have read the script.
Yeah.
Right? You need a small group of people that kind of know what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
you gotta be
how do you
careful.
not leave that?
So I'm friends. I don't know if you've ever seen the show The Mayans MC. It was a spinoff of Sons of Anarchy.
I haven't seen that. No.
Okay.
I know Sons of Anarchy, though. Yeah.
Okay. So The Mayans was Emilio and
As a
the
matter of fact,
Mayans.
I have seen that. Yeah. I've seen it.
Okay, so they play in my celebrity tournament, and we gotta get you out. Do you play golf?
I play a little bit of golf. I got the clubs and the shoes, but
That's all that matters.
right.
As long as
yeah.
you look good and you're Marcus Trufant, you're invited. So it don't matter. It don't matter how you play. Anyway, so the Mayans' final season was coming. I go, Rafael, are you going to do any prop bets on who dies first with the Mayans? Because they're all dying. It's the final season, So,
Right.
yeah, and he was going to, but then the stuff started leaking, and so he wasn't able to do it. But he must be in New Orleans because New Orleans, the internet sucks.
Really?
And so when he's in Vegas, he's pretty good. But when in New Orleans, it's kind of
can't get the.
He's kind of shot. Yeah, we were there. We were there in Vegas. I mean, in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, and we were doing our show from Media Row, and from different spots
out there, huh?
Yeah, it was rough. Actually, everything was kind of rough in New Orleans. I'm sure you've been.
Yep, I've been. That's where my dad's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we stayed on the bayou, man.
That'll do it. Yeah, man. It's rough out there, but yeah.
Oh man, I walked out and I've never seen so many mosquitoes flying around.
Oh yeah, man. That swamp.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The mosquitoes.
I'm a California boy. I don't know nothing from that.
Yeah.
Hey, Rafael, I appreciate you keep trying. I don't know if you can hear us. No.
What do you mean?
Well, we love you. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's dead. All right. So we haven't talked about the big event tomorrow night. While you're getting your hair all done up and looking. And you know what? And I've been watching. I can't help it. And I always wondered how long it took, to get that done.
Right.
And I'm watching her knock those things out in 15 seconds. I'm like,
she is great.
Not that bad.
Yep.
I mean,
and she's really good. I would this probably the only reason I've had it this long is because my.
Well, now we're gonna lose you. Uh-oh. Are you on?
Thought about that. I was my daughter calling in, trying to get a ride home from dance class. So yeah. But yeah, man, the hair thing, it's kind of a thing for me, man. I like to change it up, and you definitely got to find a good stylist. So big shout out to Nika. I know she don't want to be on camera, but yeah, I give her a shout out. But yeah, man, for tomorrow, I'm gonna be down in AZ. I'm doing a meet and greet tomorrow, and that's gonna be down at the Lola, and that's in Glendale. and I'm excited for that, man. To get with those 12s that are traveling down there. And you was telling me that it's real crazy down there, man. A bunch of Seahawk fans come out, so it should be a real great event. And then on game day, I'll be down at the Lola as well, and I'll be watching it there. Yep.
So so tell us about Wednesday night. I know Roy Lewis is coming, right?
Yep.
Is he gonna be there that night?
Roy is probably gonna come and say what's up, but Roy is gonna be there on game day.
Okay. And then
Yep.
just so you know, I'm doing game day at the Salt at Tacos and Tequila with
Okay.
Earl and Ben Obamanu
Yes.
and
Obo.
O'Brien. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And then
I
and
want to
so
come
we
say what's up to you guys, man, on game day. I was gonna come over there and just say what's up, man. I haven't seen the boys in a
well,
while.
that'd be great because they're gonna come by and say what's up to you Wednesday night.
Okay, cool.
They've got a couple of spots to hit. I'm gonna be there. I have a table.
All right.
What? Yeah, I think I shared with you one of our 12s, Rosie, big supporter of the show, big supporter of the Seahawks. She let me know. She goes, "Yeah, I've got a table to Marcus's event." I go, "Man, that sounds like a lot of fun." She goes, "Okay, well, I'll buy you a table too." So
Right.
me and Pete,
Hey,
and then
big money. She doing it. I like
yeah,
it. I like
no,
it.
man, big supporter. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got the VIP bottle service there. I don't know what that means, but we coming to support you and hang out a bit. And then and Earl and Ben they intend to swing by maybe a little bit later.
Right.
So what time is tomorrow? It's from 5 to 9. Is that right?
5 to 9. Yep. 5 to 9
Okay,
tomorrow.
that's an early night.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, you say that again? I think I might have missed you. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying the 5 to 9. Just repeating
Oh
it.
yeah. Yep. Yep. I'll be there for a while, man. It should be good. I'm excited. I hear
Okay,
that it's probably 100 degrees there, right?
it is 101 degrees, but it's a
Sheesh.
dry heat, Marcus.
Dry
It's a
heat.
dry
Yeah.
heat.
That don't matter. It's still 100
Oh, it
degrees, man.
does.
Yeah,
Oh,
nah.
please. Oh, please.
You gotta
Hey,
stay in the shade. Gotta stay in the shade.
Right,
wait.
yeah.
Now, 101 in New Orleans at 80% humidity, that is different. I can
That's
assure you.
different. True, but
Yeah,
I
dry
say
heat is different.
101 in AZ is still heat, though. I mean, that's what I'm
It's heat.
getting at.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it is heat. And then Mario, you know Mario Bailey, of course. Everybody knows
Yeah.
Mario
Yep.
Bailey. So he's
Hmm.
also trying to do something tomorrow. I mean, everyone's trying to do something. But I told him, we're going to be at your spot, so maybe he'll just come by and hit that up. I'm not sure. I'm
Okay.
still talking to him. But we'll try and
Hey,
get as many
Mario's the
guys
man.
through there
Yeah.
to support you and have fun with you, because that's what it's all about. The teammates, the camaraderie. Doesn't matter what era of Seahawk we are or how long we played. We've all spent time in Kirkland, so it's
100%. Yep.
yeah,
Still a brotherhood, man. So yeah.
yeah, for sure. What other stuff do you got going? Because the 12s always want to know what former players are doing, whether it be a foundation, whether it be a nonprofit, or any other events other than the Arizona Takeover, because it's on blast. What other stuff are you doing, or do you have on the horizon?
Right. Well, I just had a golf tournament, man. I just did my first golf tournament at the Newcastle Golf Course, and it, that was to benefit my foundation, the True Font Family Foundation, man. And we focus on education, man, and scholarships and all that kind of good stuff. So,
Mhm.
yeah, man, I'm looking to give back to the community. Like I said, I'm a hometown kid, so to be able to give back to the community that gave to me as a young man is really special to me. And I want to continue to do it, man. But the only way to raise, oh, the only way to give back and make that type of impact, of course, you got to raise money. So
Right.
that's where these charity events come in and stuff like that. But it's been cool, man. If you can go to marcustruefont.com, or you can go to Marcus_Trufont on IG, and I'll be posting stuff about the event that's coming up, of course, in AZ, and about my foundation and all types of good stuff.
You still do the bowling event?
No, man, I stopped doing the bowling tournament like during COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yep. I couldn't gather and do all that kind of good stuff, and it kind of just fizzled out after that. It was crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that was a cool event though, man. A nice family friendly event, and the whole team. It pretty much used to come back in those days. It was a, a cool event for the fans. It was cool.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about those type of events, so
Yeah, and you
the
guys let me know
bowling.
if my background is too loud.
Oh no, you're good.
No?
The
All right.
bowling,
Okay.
the pickleball, the cornhole is that everybody can do them, right?
Right.
The golf's tough because not everybody can golf,
Yeah.
and not everybody wants to
True.
spend 5 hours,
Yeah.
But to do those kind of ones where you tuck a ball down the thing, you really don't care where it ends up, but you're just all hanging out and having fun, laughing at
Right.
each other, and raising money. To your point,
Right.
raising
Yeah.
money so
Yep.
we can
I
do
got
good
another
business.
thing I did too that I want to bring some light to. I did a Cougars versus Huskies um softball game, and it
Ah,
was
Froze on
we'll
him.
wait. We'll wait. Is it me? Is it him?
No, he froze. Yeah.
Okay. Did they pull the plug? That's all right. You know, I don't know. Well, I think that's just part of doing a show, isn't it? Like, especially when we're all remote.
It
Poor
happens like that
Raphael.
sometimes.
Yeah, Raphael does. Literally 5 shows a day. So I know. He knows how to get connected, and it's just sometimes goes like that. Um, but anyhow, hey. So so I'm sure he'll get back on, but he wanted to get connected with you, so I have his contact information.
Yep.
So that way you guys can be connected and stay
When
in touch.
you head out to Arizona?
Oh, you got another pop?
I said, when do you head out to Arizona?
Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yep. We'll get there about 1 or so, get settled, and then we'll get all our equipment put together and head over to the yeah? Raphael?
I can hear you guys.
Wow. Thanks for not quitting on us.
Gosh, I was more angry than anything. I'm like, I've been using the same camera and same system all day long today.
That's what I was telling the guys. I know you do like 5 shows a day, so I know you know what you're doing. But I just figured I know New Orleans is kind of shoddy on the internet. But
It's the defense here is shoddy and the internet is shoddy.
yeah. Well, it's more than the defense, homie. It's that whole team is a little suspect. They're in for a long season.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been talking to a lot of Seahawk fans. I did a couple shows at the Northwestern area this morning and yesterday night. Last night, I'm like, yes, good win. Always good to have a W behind you in your belt and all that, especially when you have a big game on a short week. You always want to come to a short week on a W. It doesn't matter who you played. You're coming in on a short week with a W because you have momentum coming in. I'm just blown away on a defense. I mean, Sam Darnold, I knew he could play. We saw it last year. Yes, he had a couple rough games toward the end of the season. I wasn't going to throw him out the window and all that, but this defense is just impressive. I mean, I know you played the Saints, and I know the Saints played tough against the Cardinals in week 1, but that was in their backyard. So, of course, the Saints were going to play well in their backyard, but that defense of Legion of Doom, it's very impressive. I love the D-line. I mean, it sets the tempo. They're pushing around and all that because now the offensive lines are like, wow, we've been pushed around already, and we still have to go throughout the whole game. So that offensive line and the opponents already know what they're getting into right away. So I just love the way how the D-line just pushes around and sets the tempo right away.
Well, hey, we set the tone in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
In there, and they're they're a good team. They were.
Well, I don't want to say they're a good team. They went 40 minutes without scoring a touchdown last week. 40 mininutes without scoring. That's like me in high school. I mean, they couldn't score for 40 minutes. I mean,
well, maybe they're not as good as I
got
thought.
the W, but I was more impressed with Pittsburgh's defense. They finally showed up. They held opponents to under 30 points. Their defense has been struggling. I was more impressed with the Steelers' defense than their offense.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we got you in. We got you on. Let's talk about the upcoming game. Now, I have no idea how much time do we have left. I don't have it.
5 minutes.
Like 5 minutes.
All right. So, is your daughter back from practice?
my phone died.
Oh,
I had to charge it. My bad. Sorry about that.
no, that's all right. So,
I'll break down the Arizona game. You're in Arizona, and everyone says, yeah, Murray. He did not have a good game. He threw for 35 times for 150 yards. He only ran for 35 yards in that game. I mean, so the defense of Arizona is the reason why they were in the game. It's not their offense. And where's Harrison at? We had high hopes coming in from Arizona State that he was going to be some big stud. He dropped 2 bad passes.
Yeah,
so I think
wide open too.
It's going to be defense versus defense, not offense versus offenses. That's why the total's 43. The total's
43. Wow. We scored that many points last week.
Yeah, I mean, for what the Seattle's doing on offense and then putting a total up at 43, that just tells you it's defense versus defense, not offense versus offense in this game. And don't be scared. Everyone says, oh, Thursday night football, the home team's always the best. No, the home team only won 56% of the time since they started doing Thursday night football. So it's not like it's
really
70% or something higher.
I have a question with the scoring on Thursday. Since it is a short week, is there more chance to be under, and that's why the score is lower for Thursday night games because of the short rest?
Everybody except Buffalo. Everyone else, yes. So I would say, okay, because Buffalo can score anywhere, any day of the week. But
he's a Buffalo fan, Mark. That's why.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It must be home team. So, yeah, I can't argue with that.
I just think with these two defenses, we're not going to see scoring in this one. I don't see Seattle letting Murray run wild on him, because Murray is not as fast as he was. He's no spring chicken anymore. He's not like he has quick feet like we see Lamar Jackson, where you saw on Sunday Night Football. So I can see a defensive battle. I think whoever scores 20 first wins the game.
Okay, so Marcus and Walt, I'm going to ask you something. How many times have we as players heard this? It's going to be a defensive struggle, and what happens? It'll be 21-21 in the first quarter. You know, it's so crazy.
Basketball score,
two strong
right?
defenses. Somehow, these offenses come out of nowhere and emerge, and just like we expect fireworks, and then all of a sudden it's 7-0 at halftime. You know, is that crazy? I don't know how that dynamic works, but you don't see that happening though, huh, Rafael?
It doesn't usually work. I mean, we see it in all sports. Perfect example: the Cubs game right now versus the Mets. Wind howling in. It's like 20 miles per hour wind blowing in. First pitch, Lindor hits a home run with wind blowing in, and it's 9-7 in the 9th inning, with the total runs being 6.5. So it can go reverse on that one. But like I said, I'm just
we got what's the spread for tomorrow?
For
Thursday. Excuse me.
For Thursday.
Seattle's favorite now. These Arizona was 2-point favorite when we opened it up, and so much money is coming on your Hawks. Must be your TV show, because
right.
The favorite in this game. And I can see Seattle money can continue to come in, because there's 3 teams the betting public likes this year so far: Seattle, Danny Dimes in Indianapolis, and Baker Mayfield in Tampa Bay. Those 3 teams the bettors love right now.
Indianapolis.
Hey, Danny Dimes. He put a new jersey on. He looks like Johnny Unitas out there.
I mean, he's out of New York. He's in Indianapolis. It's just a smaller market. He just needs to settle down a little bit.
And and when you have a guy named Taylor you can just hand the ball off and he goes nuts. It's probably a pretty good job.
Well, I mean, he has Saquon too, though. I mean,
so Rafael, Marcus still doesn't believe that you had props on the Marvel end of game. What I don't even know what
end game. Who's gonna die? I had all the Avengers who would die on that one. I'm actually working in a couple movie prep bets right now, so
I'm really into the Marvels and all that kind of stuff. I'm into all of them, man. X-Men, Superman, like all of them. I know they cross over and all that kind of stuff. The Transformers, all those kind of stuff, man. I'm really into them.
I'm actually doing the next Batman movie odds right now, and the next Star Wars movie odds.
Nice. Not a Star Wars guy. Yeah. I know that got a long history, and I don't really have the time to really go back and figure all that out.
You're not playing anymore. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, right. I got 5 kids, bro, and 2 dogs, so and a wife. So.
That first movie came out before you guys were born. I was sitting in the front row. I was sitting in the front row eating popcorn, and my aunt. We stayed in the theater. I watched it 2 times. I remember we were like stealing. Hey, Rafael. What is 2 top prop bets for this week? And give us some good so we can do a parlay. And Marcus, Rafael loves the word parlay, because whenever his clients parlay, then his wife goes shopping, because there's like a donation to the Rafael Esparza Foundation whenever people parlay.
That's the winner chicken dinner, huh?
I'm
All right.
gonna say take the running backs under. I don't think Arizona can rush for more than 85 yards. So I'm gonna say you guys hold the running backs of Arizona 85 yards or less. I think that's a good prop pick because if you're Seattle, you want to go in their backyard and stop the run and make Murray beat you on his arm, not his leg. So I'll take under 85 of rushing yards, and I think he's going to be playing from behind, so I would probably take his passing prop bets, maybe passing attempts. I think he's going to have to throw because I think Seattle is going to put points up early, and he's going to have to throw the ball, not run the ball.
All right.
Nice.
Well, hey, Marcus, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'm glad you had to hang out with us. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you some more in Arizona, right? Having a good time, raising some money for your foundation and all those things. And I got you connected with Walt now, so teammates should always be connected, and maybe we'll get invited to the next golf tournament and come out and hang out with you. Rafael, always good for you to come in and drop some wisdom on us, so we can at least feel good. We can at least feel good making our bets.
I like that.
Yeah.
Home team goes down on Thursday Night Football this year. I like Seattle.
Yeah, for sure. And all right, love you, Walter. It's always good hanging out every week. Guys, that's it for Hawk Talk, man. Hawk Talk 12 Facebook, Hawk Talk 12 Instagram, Hawk Talk 12 on YouTube. We need subscribers. Follow us. We're gonna do Hawk Talk Live from Marcus's event. We're gonna do Hawk Talk Live from the Salt. Check out the show. See you next week. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks, baby.
All right.
Go Bills.